They thought he was finished. They believed he was gone for good. But he returned as vengeance itself. Now he fights alone against the very system that once controlled him. It all starts on a stormy night in Bucharest. Thunder-crashed rain lashed down, and a convoy of black SUVs rolls into a deserted warehouse at the city's edge. A group of masked mercenaries steps out, moving with military precision, expecting to retrieve something or someone. But what they don't expect is the ghost waiting in the shadows. One by one, they re-picked off with brutal efficiency, till a giant figure steps into the light. It's John Steele Mercer, played by Dwayne Johnson, presumed dead for 2 years, now back with fire in his eyes. He grabs the last man standing, slams him against a pillar, and growls, "Tell your boss I am still breathing." And just like that, he vanishes into the darkness. 2 years earlier, Mercer had dismantled one of the largest drug cartels in South America and vanished, afterward burned by the agency he once worked for. The CIA erased his files. To them, he was collateral damage. But Mercer didn't die. He went underground. Now something darker has surfaced. A syndicate known as Black Halo, made up of ex-intelligence operatives, rogue arms dealers, and warlords. They're not just running weapons, they're pulling strings of governments, toppling regimes, selling secrets. Mercer has been tracking them from the shadows, taking out their lieutenants one by one. At CIA headquarters, Agent Marissa Graves stares in disbelief at the surveillance footage of the Bucharest ambush. "He's alive," she whispers, "and he's hunting again." The agency is split. Some want him contained, others want him back. But Mercer doesn't care what they want. He only wants one thing: Viktor Talanov, the ex-KGB tactician now commanding Black Halo's European division, the man Mercer believes orchestrated the betrayal that killed his closest friend during their final mission in Caracas. To get to Talanov, Mercer dives headfirst into Eastern Europe's underworld. He enters brutal underground fight circuits in Warsaw, where every punch earns him a new lead. He tears through gang leaders, smuggler hideouts, and corrupt officials, leaving behind a trail of broken bones and whispered warnings he's back. Along the way, Mercer is haunted by flashbacks, his partner screaming for backup, the explosion that ripped everything apart, and the encrypted voice message that warned him too late someone from inside the agency had sold them out. Mercer starts to realize Black Halo isn't just a rogue group. It's connected to the highest levels of international intelligence. Someone powerful wanted him dead, and now, with each step, he's getting closer to the truth. In Prague, he narrowly survives an assassination attempt by a former MI6 agent turned mercenary. In Berlin, he hacks into a Black Halo server and finds a horrifying truth. They plan to unleash chaos by selling weaponized biotoxins during a summit of world leaders. The CIA tries to intervene, but Mercer is always 10 steps ahead. He doesn't trust them, not anymore. He only trusts his fists, his instincts, and the rage that drives him forward. In a high-speed chase through the streets of Vienna, Mercer captures one of Talanov's top men and forces a location out of him, a covert Black Halo lab hidden beneath the Albanian mountains. Mercer storms the compound alone, using stealth and brute force, and plants charges throughout the facility. But just before he blows the place sky high, he finds a captive, someone he thought was dead. It's his old handler, Agent Quinn, tortured and kept alive. Quinn reveals the final piece of the puzzle: the betrayal in Caracas wasn't random. It was ordered by a secret committee within the agency that feared Mercer knew too much. Talanov was just the blade, the agency was the hand. Furious and broken, Mercer saves Quinn and escapes just as the lab explodes behind them. Now, everything is personal. Mercer knows he has to stop Black Halo, but he also has to expose the traitors within the agency. The final showdown takes place in Istanbul, the rooftop of a high-rise during a thunderstorm, where Mercer finally confronts Talanov in a brutal hand-to-hand fight. Blooded but unyielding, Mercer defeats him and forces him to confess everything on a live transmission hijacked by Quinn. The world watches as names, operations, and secrets spill out, proving Mercer was right all along. In the end, Mercer doesn't return to the CIA. He walks away again, disappearing into the crowd. But this time it's different. This time the world knows what he did, and somewhere in the shadows, as the storm clears, a new threat begins to rise. But one thing is certain, if the darkness ever returns, so will he.